Interior, cafe, afternoon. A writers' group is gathered around a table. Two men and two women sit with cups of coffee and tea. Everyone has a stack of papers, except for one woman. Clarity, 36, black. Her medium dark skin stands out against the bare white table in front of her, with her curly hair pulled back into a simple ponytail. She's obviously miserable, attempting to sink into her hoodie. Alan, the group's leader, is a stereotype of aged hippie style, an earnest man in his 50s, with shaggy salt and pepper shoulder-length hair, wearing worn jeans and a colorful Hawaiian shirt.
That was good feedback, Jason. Nice work, Norma.
Norma, a 50-year-old white woman with a severe bob, smiles and nods to the table around her, like a very excited skinny chicken. Alan looks around and pins Clarity to her chair with his gaze.
Next up, Clarity. So, how's that new script coming?
Clarity looks up with an edge of panic. She scans the empty table in front of her. No, it's still empty. Well, I got nothing. Just blank. Next time.
All right. Jason, how's your script going?
The group moves on to the next person, Jason, brown-haired, blue-eyed, with a nervous energy to his movements, 32. Jason meets Clarity's gaze and they share a moment of commiseration.
Hey, if Clarity's sure, but I know she'll come back with something that knocks it out of the park next week. Okay, here is my latest chapter on the role of media determining policy.
The group moves on to listening to Jason read his writing. Exterior, Ivy Drip Coffee Cafe. Later, same day. Clarity leaves the store, cup in one hand, pastry in mouth, and phone wedged between her head and neck. Time to vent to her besties, Penny Eisenstein and Janet Jackson, over the phone. This is incredible. I've never felt so embarrassed.
Really? I remember that blind date 4 years ago.
Clarity swigs her coffee, too hot.
Oh, Penny, shut up. Claire, honey, this too shall pass.
When? I've been stuck on this script for 3 weeks, watching movie after movie to learn how to do it.
Stop. You are gonna get this script done.
Yes, you are woman. You can beat any challenge.
Listen to Penny, for once. You are gonna go home and write the hell out of this script.
I'm gonna go home and write the hell out of the script. I am going to go home and write an amazing script.
That's my girl.
Our little scribe has it in the bag. You go do the thing.
Thanks, you guys. Juices are flowing. The caffeine is working. I got this. Bye.
Get it.
Intercut, interior, Penny's living room, Janet's bedroom. Penny is lounging on a luxurious sofa. Her apartment is very chic and modern. Penny's long brunette hair is pulled up into a bun and her slender frame is wrapped in a satin PJ short set. She's classic, sexy, and bursting with love of life. Janet is typing on her laptop, using her Skype to talk while working, her blonde hair braided into 2 pigtails, her round, cute body wrapped in comfortable, fluffy PJs with bunnies on them. The bed is awash with sales reports spread out across the overstuffed gingham comforter. She's like a Care Bear merged with Miranda Priestley. Together, they listen for the click.
Think she's really going to make progress tonight?
Interior, computer room, Clarity's house, night. Isolated in a darkened room of her house, Clarity's focused entirely on the screen of her computer. Although she's typing furiously, you realize she's playing video games, not writing. As she plays, she converses with her friends. Hades, 14 years old, sweet, but still a 14-year-old boy, and D, 33-year-old black man, who is still a 16-year-old boy, online via her headset. Damn it!
What?
It's this damn tank. I could DPS effectively if your punk ass could hold a thimble of aggro. Dead. I hate pickup rating.
Sorry we didn't have room for you in the raid tonight, Spark.
No worries.
You said you were locking your account for a month.
I know. Ryan?
We missed you, Sparky. Did you finish your writing?
Clarity groans. This is the last thing she wants to think about.
That bad? Never thought you'd have writer's block. What's it about? We can help. Is it a sequel to Leeches from the Abyss? No, it has to be Zombie Renegades Reborn. That one. Zombie Renegades. That one was the best.
Guys. Caro, white dude bro, but not being completely a human disaster, breaks in with a southern meets surfer dude voice in the team chat channel.
Nah, you guys are both wrong. Urban Warlock Pilot. That was great. Did Netflix ever pick that up?
Man, that one was good. Yes, so cool. When does it air? Will you gonna be on set?
People! There's dead silence in the room. Clarity's legendary patience combined with nuclear temper means when she yells, folks shut up. It didn't sell. My agent wants me to try something different. Something new. No monsters.
Something with no monsters. A serial killer?
Close. It's a rom-com. For a moment, there's utter silence from everyone. Next moment.
Has your agent ever even met you? It's gonna have sparkly zombies.
I hate every last one of you right now. Hate you. Exterior, train station. Next day, morning. Clarity steps into view as a train pulls into the station. She finds a quiet spot to wait in as wave after wave of passengers exit the cars. Behind her, Jason can be seen locking his car after collecting a briefcase. He's got a jaunty stride as he heads to the waiting area. Just as he finds a comfortable seat, he spots Clarity daydreaming as she waits. Jason weighs whether he should or shouldn't go over and finally decides he should.
Hey.
Hey yourself. It's after 10 a.m. What are you doing out here so late?
It's my vacation, but the department has an emergency meeting, and guess who has to attend?
Oh, sucks, man.
Tell me about it. The first day is when you're supposed to wear pajamas all day, and here I am in pants.
Clarity and Jason share a laugh and settle into a comfortable silence together until something occurs to Clarity. She peeks at him once, twice, then finally works up the nerve to talk to him. So, Jason, I've been meaning to ask, how are you doing?
What? Oh, I'm good.
Clarity throws him a look of annoyance.
Oh.
He gets it immediately.
Yeah, you mean that.
Yeah, that. Any word from her?
Nothing. Look, it's over. You know, I'm through waiting. Nearly a year, you know?
No. Hey, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Not every day you think you're happily married and your wife just says, yeah, you know, I should go. Just pack up my bags and poof.
Jason stalks past Clarity, his laid-back demeanor changed to agitated. He might not be over it.
You know, I never even got a straight answer from her. You know, I was waiting.
Waiting for what?
Call, a letter, a reason, something. You don't throw away a marriage, an entire life just like that. But no call, no letter, not even a text.
Buddy, if she didn't give you one when she left, she doesn't have one now. Are you still waiting?
You know what? No. I filed divorce papers last month.
No, really.
Yeah, I want to move on and take back my life. I'm back to being single.
Uh, Single life? The Bachelor Brigade.
I thought I was out.
Great. Now you're gonna be a whore.
Wait, what?
Whoring it up, moving to Whore Town, performing public whorevis. I know what single guys are like.
From your mouth to the Tinder god's ears. But probably not. What about you? You didn't have anything for the writing group again. Are you, are you okay?
Oh, uh, hmm. It's going bad. Real bad. Wasteland bad. I've never experienced a drought like this.
Aren't you writing some sort of comedy? Or no, wait. You're writing a romantic comedy.
I'm writing nothing. I just sit in front of a blank screen and nothing. Jason steps closer to Clarity, carefully reaching out to touch her in concern, his body language subtly changing to be more intimate.
That's not like you at all. I mean, I've read everything you've brought to the group. You always have something, something fun. I don't know if I've ever come out and said it, but I like your work.
Really? That's cool. I figured it wasn't serious enough for you. You write about serious things.
I like cheeseball fun. I have dimensions.
Yeah, you branched out from one dimension to two.
Why do I ever talk to you?
The horn of a close inbound train echoes through the station, startling them both, and Clarity steps hurriedly away from him.
This is my train. You headed to the city? Coffee's on me, if you want.
Oh, me? No, picking up a friend for brunch. We're going to work through some writing things. Hot wind blows through the station as the train pulls in. Jason reaches for his briefcase and prepares to go. You can see he wants to ask a few more questions, but he decides against it.
Well, okay. Then I'll see you around.
Sure, take care of yourself. As the train empties, Jason hops on with a last look at Clarity. People swarm out of the doors, then as they clear off, a lone man stands waiting on the platform. He spies Clarity and heads towards her, stopping before her with ballroom-worthy flamboyance. Rod Everson stares at Clarity. Round, tall, and with dark chocolate skin, 65-year-old Rod is every inch a dramatic, proud trans man. He is also very less than impressed with the suburban landscape Clarity has forced him to appear in.
I'm here.
Shall we? Let's walk and talk. Here's the problem. Exterior, romantic bower in a garden, same day. The handsome lead male turns towards the beautiful lead female. Rod, camera. Oh, hey guys. Picking that up. The handsome lead male turns towards the beautiful lead female. He's the perfect stereotype of a Hallmark movie. Average dude, but not average at all romantic lead. She's also straight out of Hallmark, blonde. Neither is aware that people age past 32. Clean cut, safe Protestant love would be the perfect label for them as a couple. They hug. He grips her in a passionate embrace and turns her head up to him. They stare longingly into each other's eyes. It's time for the big, heart-wrenching speech declaring love. Handsome lead male opens his mouth to speak and looks puzzled. Nothing is coming out of his mouth. Beautiful lead female lets go of him and gestures. What? Handsome lead male scratches his head and shrugs. Their passionate start dissipates into an awkward, uncomfortable silence. Confused and embarrassed, they separate and walk away from each other, right past Clarity and Rod. Exterior, walking trail, same garden, same day. Rod and Clarity are standing on the garden path as they talk about the scene Clarity's just described. Rod's perplexed.
What was that?
It is the worst opening scene I've ever written. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I tried starting at the end of the story. So then I went to the beginning. Exterior, outdoor cafe. Handsome lead male, now wearing glasses, walks through the tables distracted by a book. Beautiful lead female is dressed as a waitress with a tray of drinks. She's harried, he's distracted. It's the perfect meet cute. Beautiful lead female sidesteps a customer, rotates, crashes into handsome lead male who wasn't looking where he's going. Beautiful lead female looks horrified. Handsome lead male struggles to find something to say. Beautiful lead female also starts to say something. They drop to the floor, collecting the trays and cups. He reaches out. She reaches out. Their hands touch. As they look up into each other's eyes, you see the spark of connection, raw sexual energy of two pretty young people with not a clue about each other's bad habits crackles in the air. Both start to move their mouths, but no words come out. Nothing. It fizzles and dies like a cut flower in the sun. They turn towards the camera in frustration. I think I hate these people. I hope they get eaten by a bear. A zombie bear. Both beautiful lead female and handsome lead male look at the camera in horror and mouth, "Can you believe her?" to each other.
Let's get some coffee. We have got to talk.
Exterior, outdoor cafe, same day. This is the exact same cafe we saw beautiful lead female and handsome lead male at before. In fact, they're sitting at a table in the corner, watching Rod and Clarity huddle together over a table. Clarity's writing notes on a pad in front of her while Rod sips his coffee.
Well, the structure is good, but where's the passion? It's so clinical. Where's your connection to love and romance?
Clarity rolls her eyes. Here it comes. His Tiamat to her Marduk. Writing is a skill. It takes practice and technique. Not all this metaphysics.
Who taught who? Let me finish. You have to connect with your own passions, your soul, your romantic self to give to your characters.
Carter just looks at him, exasperated. Rod, however, is on a roll with no end in sight.
Girl, I ain't putting you on the spot, but when was the last time you got laid?
Oh, Jesus, Rod, not this.
A date? Lord, have you even talked to anyone who perked your pickle? I take this as a no. Sad.
We've always disagreed on this. A good writer creates whole worlds that don't exist. I can write a romance without trying to hook up.
Yet obviously you can't, hence 5 weeks watching rom-coms trying to boil it down to some formula.
At the table in the back, beautiful lead female points her finger in a that move, while handsome lead male nods in agreement. Formula works. We all know the best friend that doesn't notice the other best friend is into them is gold. It's a constant. I can just plug it in.
Yes, and the meet cute, the strangers who meet and are smitten, but time, place, and circumstances are against them. But a writer who can't put words in their characters' mouths will fail, even with the formula. Case in point, you.
Clarity sits in silence. Damn him for being right. Rod sips his coffee, smugly, and then tries again, nicely.
Clarity, you're one of my best students. Your passion for genre notwithstanding, but you're too clinical about a subject that should be emotional.
Clarity doesn't want to hear this, but you're probably right. But I just don't want to do a romance right now, except in the script. I want mild, funny, family movie level romance in this script. So forget about my love life.
Like you have one, Miss Dry Britches.
A titter and high five from the beautiful lead female and handsome lead male in the back. And let's just get these two characters together in this script. Rod rolls his eyes in disgust, putting his coffee down.
Fine, fine, fine. I have some ideas, so let's get cracking. You write something fabulous, give me all the credit and the cut of any sale. No co-writer credit. I have a reputation.
Clarity sighs in relief, prepared to take some notes.
Honey. First, you need to give me another mocha. On you.
He waves over the waitress. Interior, gym group exercise room. Clarity, Janet, and Penny are struggling with push-ups, while instructor Terry Song shouts directions as she walks around a crowded classroom. Terry is a petite, muscular, and very feminine Asian woman who's a nearly inhuman example of physical fitness perfection in micro scraps of spandex workout clothes. Right now, the class is ready for this torture to be over. Or they're trying. Okay, maybe not our girls.
It's 20 push-ups, military style. Come on, 10 more to go. No slacking. Please.
With only a little groaning, the woman managed to squeak out a couple more push-ups and get back to exercising their jaws.
I'm not feeling this foray into commercialism.
For us, commercialism is where the filthy lucre is.
Can't argue with that.
Less chatter, people. More push-ups. 5 more. Let's go.
Janet slides down to the floor in defeat after making sure Terry's back is turned. She whispers to her compadres.
Might not be a bad idea to go out there and experience dating again. Get the juices flowing.
Juices? You talking creative or creative?
After the last few relationship disasters I've had, I'm through. I'm out. You either get married and die, or break the cycle of insanity and embrace the joy of farting whenever you like.
As the official person in a relationship of this group, I fart when I like, and he just deals with it. It's part of the romance.
Don't write that as part of a romance.
Terry drops down before the group with a dangerous smile on her face.
Since you girls have the energy to talk, mountain climbers for 2 minutes. Let's go, guys.
The entire class groans as everyone starts in on the new move. Interior, gym weight room, same day. Terry adds some weight to a barbell on the bench rack. She helps Penny get ready to do some chest presses on the bench. As Penny struggles with some reps, Terry turns around to Clarity and Janet, who are holding free weights in each hand, and yes, just talking again.
I'm not saying sign up with the service, but it couldn't hurt to go out. Broaden your horizons. Don't writers need to write what they know?
Terry rescues Penny, who is losing the battle against her barbell, helps her put it back on the rack and to sit up, where she needs a moment.
You stuck to writing what you know? Your scripts would be about video games and pizza.
Guys, if you're gonna talk, bicep curls.
Terry walks out of frame. Clarity and Janet start to curl. Terry takes a weight from each of Clarity's hands in succession and replaces them with a much heavier weight. Clarity frowns, pouts, but keeps working, albeit slower.
So, it's like training. You commit to it. It requires preparation. Hammer curls.
The ladies switch to hammer curls and Terry motions to Janet, who trades her free weights to Penny. Janet has the look of doom on her face. Terry motions to her to lay down and she preps the barbell for Janet.
When I'm getting ready for a competition, I prepare. I prepare meal plans, my training notes, but most importantly, my mind. I know what I want, and I get focused. Shoulder presses.
Clarity and Penny step to it and lift their weights in unison. But when I focus, it's just blank. I know the result I want, but the characters don't speak to me, and I came up with them. I've never had this problem before. Terry stops in front of the mirror, inspecting her form in several poses.
It's in your head. You know, you may not believe it, but there are times when even I don't feel confident. And that kills my focus. You get your head to think like a champion, you'll act like a champion. Get your mind thinking romance, and bingo, romantic story. You avoid people. No romance. Now, get out there and meet some guys. Or girls. Whatever. Romantic story.
I really think that's a drastic response.
Thanks, Clarity.
Like a game of musical chairs, Clarity hands off her weights to Janet and takes her place on the bench. Terry steps over to help her prep the barbell.
Get in the game, Clarity. Envision the person you'd like to meet.
Oh, with great hair.
Has to be smart.
Reads, since you read.
With really great abs. Like, defined lats.
That's your wish list.
Oh, and cute butt. Gotta have a cute butt.
That's my wish list.
That's everyone's wish list.
Janet and Penny bump elbows as Terry laughs.
You need fireworks in your life, Clarity. Fireworks! I guarantee you go out, you grab life.
Maybe even a guy.
By the balls, your creative spark will be back. Bench!
Penny jumps at the order and hops to the bench. Clarity contemplates this nonstop advice to do something she doesn't want to do. Janet keeps lifting slowly, hoping to survive class. Exterior, Orchid Salon, next day. Clarity scrutinizes the prices for a mani-pedi. Janet watches her dither and looks at Penny. They drag her inside. Interior, Orchid Salon. Janet and Clarity compare nail polishes. Finally, Clarity sees something she likes. Rainbow glitter. Penny slaps her hand and puts a vampy red nail polish into her palm, directing her to her salon chair.
Get your hair done. Do your nails.
Interior, Clarity's bedroom, next evening. Clarity pulls out some dress clothes with Penny supervising. She looks dubiously at a floral muumuu, tosses it on the bed and pulls out jeans. Penny reaches over her and pulls out a sexier, low-cut dress and places that in her hands.
Put on something sexy.
Interior, Clarity's bathroom, same evening. Clarity is trying to find some sort of hairstyle to arrange her hair into. Penny watches thoughtfully and then reaches out to arrange Clarity's curls a bit. Clarity gives her a look of death and pulls away. Penny reaches over to just tuck a curl in place. Clarity slaps her hand. Interior, Clarity's living room, same evening. Penny is seated on the couch, absent-mindedly thumbing through a magazine. There's a notification on her phone. Close up on screen. On screen is a message from Janet.
How's Operation Dry Spell going?
I got her out of leggings and in a dress.
I can meet you guys at the club after dinner.
I got this. You enjoy your date night.
I want all the deets. Bonus points for pics.
You got it.
Bored, she tosses the magazine down in frustration. She looks up toward the second floor, then walks over to the stairwell.
Hurry up, you. We gotta go.
Interior, Clarity's bathroom. Clarity stares into the mirror. She does not look happy. What the hell is she doing? Why is she doing it? Deep breaths. Then she screams back down to Penny. You can't be late to a club. Clarity returns to staring at her freshly dolled up face in the mirror. This is not a bad idea. I'm going to have a good time. This is not a bad idea. Clarity closes her eyes. She starts a grimace and slowly pulls it into a slightly real smile. Clarity's eyes open, she sighs, and brushes her teeth with a very loud electric toothbrush. Interior, Clarity's living room. Penny hears the noise and looks up in puzzlement. She heads up to the hallway leading to the bathroom.
What the heck? It sounds like you've got a vibrator in your mouth.
Shut up! It's a good toothbrush! Exterior, club parking lot later. Penny bounces out of her car in a packed parking lot as Clarity sullenly drags her body out of the passenger side. Music from a small club spills out into the night around them. Penny does a once-over on Clarity before they go inside.
Okay, dress is good, hair is good, makeup. Hang on.
She reaches into her purse for a tissue and carefully wipes a smudge off of the edge of Clarity's lip.
A little smudge. Don't lick your lips. Don't reapply a little.
Clarity gently removes Penny's hand from her face. I have zero intentions of putting on more makeup.
Your can-do attitude is why I love you. Go in.
Interior, club. Everywhere in this cozy hole-in-the-wall club has people. Most are dancing, some are hanging out in booths or standing and chatting. Strobe lights burst out in the darkened space. Penny is having a great time watching people dancing solo, just the embodiment of fun. Clarity is uncomfortable. She edges over to the wall to sneak her phone out and play a game. Penny stalks over and snatches her phone.
No, you don't. You can't hide back here and play games until you sneak out.
I'm not. I just, wanted to check the time.
5 minutes. We've been here 5 minutes.
No. The time is simply flying. Penny glares at Clarity, holding out her hand. Resigned, Clarity lets her lead her onto the dance floor. Penny starts dancing with her in a salsa, and surprisingly, Clarity is good at it. Slowly, she actually starts to have fun. Cut 2. Taking a break, Clarity heads back to their seats while Penny dances with man after man. Clarity looks on a bit wistfully at all the couples moving together as this goes on. She has no idea what to do. Man 1, handsome and Latino, spies her as she watches the action. He sizes her up, obviously interested, and realizing she's really alone, he makes his move.
Hey, pretty lady, care to dance?
Well, yes, sure. Things start off okay until Clarity stumbles against Man 1. Flustered, it just goes downhill from there. After a few awkward tries, she stomps on his feet, bringing things to a complete halt. I'm so sorry. I just don't know. Man 1 decides a little pain is worth it and helps a little in a vain attempt to walk it off. He tries again with a more suave player approach.
It's okay. Maybe I can give you a lesson.
He gets uncomfortably close, making Clarity step back. Everything is moving too fast. How about a rain check on that lesson? I need to cool off, thanks. There's no nice way to put it. Clarity is fleeing the scene of the shame. Man 1 shakes his head, shakes it off, and heads over to the next pretty lady. Interior, club hallway. Clarity cringes in the hallway near the bathroom. She blew that. With a sigh, she steps into the washroom. Cut 2, she spritzes a little water on her face, refreshes her lipstick and powder. One more second, a deep breath, and Clarity stands up tall and straight. She practices posing elegantly, laughing, flirting seductively, until a group of young, drunk party girls interrupt her and send her scurrying back to the dance floor, embarrassed, again. Interior, club. Clarity squares her shoulders. It is on. There's what looks like a reasonably okay man, and it is time to make a bold move. Bold moves. Think champion. She stops next to Man 2. 42, a black, well-dressed executive type at the bar. He's nursing a drink as he scopes out the ladies on the floor. Hi, care to dance?
Hey, Shorty,
Hi.
sure.
They slip into a fast-paced salsa and Clarity relaxes. Not too bad. Boldness and nothing blew up. Then the music changes to a slower number and Mantu picks the opportunity to pull her close for a sexy slow dance. Mouthing, whoa. Clarity pulls back to a more comfortable distance, while Mantu is clearly disappointed.
Why you gotta be that frigid?
Frigid? I don't want to grind on you 3 minutes after meeting you. That's not frigid. That's sensible.
Nah, I'm not here to mess with some cold bitch who advertises but won't put out.
Mantu stalks off in the middle of the song, leaving Clarity standing agape on the floor. Shaking her head, she heads back to the bar. Wow. She fills up a plastic cup from the complimentary water jug and turns to head back to her seat. A dancing couple bump into her hard, spilling water down her front.
Go. Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Perfect. Night's going great. Clarity waves off the apologies from the young couple. Aaron, well-dressed, black, and gentlemanly, steps over with some paper towels to the rescue. Thanks. Whoop. You are upside down. That's awesome.
You look like you could use some.
It was a merengue hit and run. Excuse me. She heads to a nearby trash bin to toss out the paper, followed by Aaron. Heading back to the floor, she nearly collides with him. Oh, whoops. There I go again.
No, it was my mistake. I was just wondering if you'd like to dance.
I think I'm danced out tonight.
Sorry. Wish I'd gotten here sooner. Let me get you another drink then.
I'm well hydrated via osmosis. Don't mind me. Tonight either lived up to my expectations or down. I think I'm still trying to figure out which one.
I'm almost scared to ask for details. How about we just sit down and take a moment?
I think that's fine. Sure. As they walk back to the seats, they pass Penny, listening to man one, who gives Clarity a thumbs up gesture and mouths, "He's hot." Interior, club later. The music is slowed down while the crowd is thinned out.
For me, the chance to get out of the lab and do something physical keeps me sane.
So, no mad botanist plans to create your own mutant carrot army?
Not yet, but now that you mention that, I might change my thesis.
Aaron glances at the clock on the wall. Midnight. He frowns a little.
I hate to say it, but I have to go. I have an early meeting.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sorry you have to leave, and I'm really sorry I monopolized you. You didn't get to dance at all tonight. You should have said something.
I had a good time hanging out with you. Hey.
Aaron reaches into his jacket pocket and hands her a card.
I'll be here next weekend if you'd like to dance, or if you're up for anything else.
Clarity takes it with just a little hint of a blushing smile creeping across her face. Cool. I think I'll be in a dancing mood then. How does me calling you Friday sound?
Sounds like something to look forward to.
As Aaron leaves, Clarity smiles to herself and tucks his card into her purse. She goes to find Penny by the bar.
Well, Playa in the house. He is cute.
Well, someone splashed me with water and he appeared. It's like Gremlins, but good. He gave me his card?
That's my girl. Dibs on best maid at the wedding.
Don't get crazy. We'll see if anything happens.
Tonight is a success in my book. And if you don't go off that bucket of hotness, I will do something lethal to you. Things are winding down here. You want to head over to another bar with me and Ramon?
Ramon? Penny waves behind Clarity to man one standing nearby. He waves back. Shameless. Clarity sees an escape route. You know, you're right. Tonight was a success. So you go on ahead. I'll walk home.
Walk, it's late.
It's barely midnight, and the most dangerous things on the street are piss drunk college kids and wild turkey flocks. I'll be fine.
I don't like it. Let me get the car.
I got it, Mom. Don't worry. Clarity hugs Penny quickly before she can argue some more and rushes over to the coat check. As she takes her things, she notices Jason sitting near the door. He's playing games on his phone. Jason, what are you doing here? Jason looks up, startled. Spotting Clarity, he quickly turns off his phone and stands up.
I got no idea. It seemed like an official straight guy thing to do, a single guy thing to do. You?
Well, somehow I thought I could break my dry spell. Creatively. Maybe even romantically. I'm just about to walk home.
Working on both at the same time. Bold strategy. Home sounds like a plan. Mind some company?
No. Hurry up. Exterior, park bike path. Clarity and Jason walk through a brightly lit bike path through the park. Each holds a coffee cup in their hand as they stroll. Jason expertly guides his bike alongside them both. Oh. Thanks, by the way. She raises the nearly empty cup in her hand.
What could be better before bedtime than a really big cup of coffee?
I've never said this to anyone before, but you're obviously a genius.
I've always thought so.
Spying a trash can ahead of them, Clarity motions to Jason, who hands over his cup to her. She walks off and forward to the bin.
Hey, I've been meaning to say thank you.
For what?
You know, after the split, you were the only person who just let me be.
Oh. They keep moving down the path, then veer off to cut through the grass.
People didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. You just let me figure it out. No judgment.
Don't mention it. We're cool. When a long-term relationship collapses, it can be brutal. For me, it was. So many people crawled out of the woodwork to tell me how awful the person I still loved was.
As if it's helpful.
Like you need some friendly hate bonding right now.
Yeah.
Love's a funny business. You never know. You guys could have worked it out and I slagged her. Talk about awkward. Maybe I expected her to return too.
It took me a while, but I don't. I'm free. And I'm good.
And you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know I felt that bad until I finally felt good signing those divorce papers.
Hey. Clarity stops, holding her arms out. Jason steps in and accepts the hug. They stand together a touch longer than necessary before Clarity steps back quickly and continues on a little quicker than before. Come on, wild bachelor professor. I want to get home before you quote Cicero.
I prefer law, tongue-tied knowledge to ignorant loquacity. Ha! Too late.
Oh, God. Exterior, outside of Clarity's home. Clarity and Jason arrive, each wrapped up in their own thoughts, but happy. Thanks for the walk back.
Thank you for letting me tag along. Are you going to come back to the club next weekend?
I didn't see something this communal or physical as your kind of thing.
I take offense. I'm a great dancer.
If you say so.
I know how to deal with skeptics.
Jason puts the kickstand down on the bike and looks at her.
Come here.
Clarity looks at him, skeptical. Jason waves her over, insistent. Putting down her purse on the doorstep, she steps closer. Slowly, Jason leads her into a slow bachata, guiding her in the steps until they move smoothly together. They end up staring at each other until Clarity drops her gaze as she blushes. She steps back with her palms up in surrender. How did I not see you on the dance floor all night?
Does this mean I can take you out next time? I mean, for real?
Oh, with a rueful laugh, Clarity steps back to her purse and picks it up without taking her eyes off of Jason. She grabs her keys, opens the door, and steps in, then steps back out. Okay, yes, we can go out. A dance or two. Yes. Shaking her head like she cannot believe she's agreeing to this, Clarity steps back in and shuts the door. Looking very pleased with himself, Jason pumps his fist, swings up on his bike, and rides away. Interior, Clarity's living room. Clarity pulls her phone out of her purse. As she reads, she takes off her shoes and dumps her purse on the sofa.
Tell me when you get in. Tell me when you get in.
Home. Quit worrying. Have fun. Go to bed.
Sorry you had a bad time. Talk to you later. Night.
I didn't, I swear. Night. Clarity turns off the living room light. A second later, she turns it back on. She looks at the big computer in the corner of the room. In a moment, the computer is on and she's seated in front of it. A text document is opened and she starts to write. She laughs a little at what she writes. Finn.